Hey, what is up, YouTube? My most embarrassing story time, which I have two, but one of them, I have two, but one I'm just gonna personally keep to myself. So let's just get on with the video. I'm gonna share one of them, and then I'm gonna share two story times. So first, let's go with the most embarrassing story time. It's under the short story time. So every year, it was 6th and 7th grade. I tripped. No, actually 8th grade I also tripped as well. Okay, so let's talk about this story time tripping. I'm literally tripping. So, oh, and this year I tripped too. Well, no, this year I did not trip actually. No, I did. So let's go to tripping story times from 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and 9th grade. 6th grade, I was going to grab my award, and I tripped. Now, this is the award ceremony. I went to go grab the writing award, and I tripped. I think it was my first or second award I went to go grab, and I tripped, dude. I tripped, bro. I tripped. I'm like, what the heck? I tripped. I full out tripped. What is cross code? What is cross code? What the heck is cross code? Okay, I don't know, dude. But going on with the story time, I basically tripped, and then 7th grade I tripped as well, getting my award. So it was pretty. Again, same thing. I tripped. I'm over here like, what the hell is happening? So I'm like, okay. 8th grade, I tripped as well. I tripped going to writing class. I swear, dude, no. Yeah, I tripped going to writing class. I went to go into the classroom, and I went to go get my chair, and I fell out of the freaking chair. No, I fell out, and I tripped. So I'm like, okay. And in 9th grade, I tripped on the stairs. I tripped on the stairs, yes, because my school, I don't really like has staircases, and I tripped on it. So, yeah. Here is my long story time. The first one, I'm going to only give little party details, and I'm not going to say no names, and you may know what happened. So, 8th grade, and this was 8th grade, and it was beginning of 8th grade, kind of like, actually, yes, it was, because it all happened after it all happened like November. I think it started happening after October, so it was like first semester, and this was for going on for a long time. It went into second semester, kind of, and that's how long it was. So first semester comes, and there was some beef between this girl and someone else, and let's just say, because something happened between this person and someone else. All of a sudden, I get brought into the crap, and then it's like, her and this person and their friends were all ganging up on me. So that's when they started just like giving me the stare eyes, doing all this weird things. I don't know, just staring at me, saying all this stuff on Instagram and TikTok. Not Instagram, but TikTok basically and stuff. And I realized, yep, they started texting me and stuff. It was annoying, saying I'm ugly, things like this. I realized, like, it got bad to where most of my friends were involved, because it wasn't because of me and what was going with the girl. Apparently she had beef with other of my friends, and friends that weren't even a part of none of this, and she still brought them in. Well, one of the other person's friends, one of the other person from their group, just all of a sudden started staring at my other friends and stuff, in like freaking third period, which was science class, and it was just very creepy. The girl, I went to tell someone multiple times, or me and my friends did, and it never got solved. The person just said, hey, we're not going to talk to him, we don't want to like make it worse. You're not going to talk to him? So then they finally started kind of talking to him. I don't know, it was like kind of getting solved, but then kind of not at the same time. and I got pulled out of class a few times for about this. Then there was a drama list, and I told you guys I was on it, or my friend saw me on it, which was kind of dumb because of all this happening. Apparently, I was part of it. I guess, yeah, I know I was part of it, but it wasn't my fault. Then when there was like a threat list going around, like people apparently saying I wanted to do something to someone. There was like a threat list going around, and it was some other things, but then it was like someone sprang something, just saying I wanted to do something to someone. Now, I'm not going to say what it was, but if you take a hint on what it is, it's not true at all. I never wanted to. I never wanted to do anything to someone. Some people found out and told someone, and that someone told me in 5th period, so I broke down crying. That was writing class, by the way. Broke down crying. Teacher asked, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And all, because it was like before that, I was already kind of crying because the drama wasn't on. Yeah, it was just so annoying. And that my seat was changed and stuff because of some other random crap happening that wasn't really involving me, but was involving one person and someone else. So it didn't really involve me. So back to what I was saying. Once I saw a drama list, and then once I heard that I wanted to do something to someone, which wasn't true, it was like a stupid rumor going around with me, I cried. And the teacher asked if I was okay. I said no, and then finally it's like, I'm over here very, very, like, dude, tears are dropping. It was a lot. So, teacher told me to step out of the room. I did, and she asked me, "Oh, what's happening?" I told her, and then my first period teacher, which was my homeroom teacher, asked me, "Oh, those people again?" I'm like, "Yep," because I would always ask her, "Hey, can I go to the principals or someone to talk to about this?" And I got it resolved. And then it's like, it started to get resolved. It finally did once the principal heard, and it was just a big mess. So yes, and on the internet, these people were saying things about me also, so it's like also cyberbullying, because you're bullying someone on the internet too. You're just having friends attack me on the internet, like that person's friends were attacking me on the internet, that person was attacking me on the internet, and stuff like that. They finally blocked me though. I should have blocked them. I just, at the time, was like, I don't know what to do. But I had to unblock them because they were saying things about my other friend, like my best friend, and it was too much. So I didn't want to block them because I wanted, every time they would call me, I would always be on the phone with my best friend, and the iPad. I would always be on the phone with my best friend, and the iPad I would be with this one person, with the person that's being rude to me and my best friend. So I would always mute my. I wouldn't mute myself. I would just have my best friend like lower down her volume, so the person that's being mean to us wouldn't hear her on the phone. So she was saying all these rude things about my best friend and stuff. My best friend heard, and it was like, it got way worse after that with other things happening. But then there was some little tiny other issues and stuff that was kind of involved in, but wasn't even me again. So yeah. The third story time I'll do for the last, 'cause it's pretty long. The second story time is summer last year. Sorry, hold on. I stopped eating for like a week and a half. And it wasn't because I was like thinking I was overweight, or because, you know, what girls do, they stop eating because they want to lose weight. No, it was because I was crying because I wasn't going back to my old school. It was pretty sad. And this was the time when I found out I wasn't going back to my school, like my old school. Like, I wasn't going back to the school that I went to since 8th grade, and I wasn't going to go back there. So, after I found that out, I cried, and I cried a lot. I told my mom finally to curse at me until I stopped, and it was way worse. I was crying every day. It was a wreck. So, never do that, guys. I mean, I've been there since 3rd grade, so I have the right to cry. I told her, like, I've been there since 3rd grade. I have the right to cry and all that. And you don't get the right to curse at me just because I'm crying too much. I get it. I can't hold my emotions, but it's because I've been there since 3rd grade. I don't want to leave it. And the school I'm at right now is not for me at all. So, third story time, which is the longest story time, my ex-boyfriend. I've had many, but this one is probably maybe the worst one. Let me tell you story time. Dated this guy since March. We started dating after Valentine's Day. Dated him for 5 months. During October was when it was kind of getting worse. So actually during online schooling, it was during online schooling and it was okay, but it was also bad. This was what was happening. He would always be at his friend's house and stuff, and I was okay with it because I wasn't some old protective girlfriend at the time. Or I'm not some old protective girlfriend. He was at his friend's house, and then told me he can't talk, this and that. I get it at your friend's house, but at least call me, text me. Would never respond back, never play with me. I'm like, dude, what is happening? And it constantly was happening, and he wasn't calling and texting. I'm like, I don't even know what was happening. He gets back to his house, and then his friend comes over to his house, and it's just so much. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what was happening. And then we were playing Fortnite, and I was playing creative mode, and this was when it was during online schooling, and me and him were playing together. Me and him were playing together, and his friend was playing, and his friends were playing with us. But while he was gone, his friends started just being rude to me, trying to, make jokes, troll me, things like this on Fortnite. I kind of told him. They blamed it on me. He yelled at all of us. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I told him I want to play alone. He's like, how come you don't want to play? I'm like, I don't know, dude. It was, what the hell? Okay, that's just creepy. So, I don't even know. It was just a little, in my opinion, a little just too much for me. Things just got a little too hectic. And, yeah. So, basically, more of the story was after that, his friends were being rude to me. So then after that, he stopped texting me, stopped calling me, all of this. Just kind of, things were going drifting. He kept changing his name from, changing my name from ex-girlfriend, from girlfriend to ex-girlfriend. Then he kept changing his from boyfriend to ex-boyfriend, things like this. I'm like, changing the emojis around. I'm like, what's going on? Is this a sign you want to break up? Then he's been telling, then after we broke up, he told people I was cheating on him. That I'm a cheater. Just because I didn't even like a guy until after I broke up with him, basically. And it was really, really annoying because he thought I liked the guy at the time. He thought I liked so many people. I was done. And also, let me just finish the story time real fast before I head into a party with someone. He had a friend. That friend told him I was being rude to him. That friend texted me repeatedly. Him and his friend were blowing me up. He's like, oh, you shouldn't date this and that. You shouldn't date him, this and that. Things like that. You two aren't going to be a good couple. You two are just, he doesn't like you. Things like this. Just being all rude to me. I told him that his friend's being rude to me. He's like, oh, no, my friend's telling me that you're being rude to him. That you're the one. I'm like, it's not me though. He's like, it is you. I'm like, so it was a rough time. And it was getting toxic, so I had to bail out during November. Didn't want to do on Thanksgiving, but I kind of had to. Thanksgiving night, it was, I couldn't. I want to let you guys know, please, if you're going to date someone, I trusted this guy and thought he was good. Don't be like what I have been through with that guy. There's way more to the story time, but right now I'm just going to end it here, because first someone invited me to a party, and I'm going to invite them back to a party, and it's a whole rack. I hope you guys, if you date someone, don't be like me. Now, one of my friends is like, oh, you should go date a girl. I want to let you know, I have no intentions on dating a girl. He's like, well, try dating someone else, like a girl for once. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not hating. I support LGBTQ people, but I'm not going to date a girl. I like dating boys, and I'm fine with that. If I'm not going to get a boy, then I'm not going to get a boy. Right now, I have mixed emotions, so I'm not going to date a girl. I mean, there's no hate to dating a girl, no. It's just I want to be straight and like guys, because that's what I have for years. because I started dating in 3rd grade. Yes, it was true love. I kissed someone in 3rd grade. It was. Yes, you're gonna say, oh no, you shouldn't be dating in 3rd grade. It happened, and it was actually like a date. Like we went on dates and stuff. We've been dating since 5th grade. That was like 3rd, 4th, 5th. That was like 3 years of dating. That was the longest dating I've ever done. It was actually surprising to me. He broke up with me at my grandma's lake house on the lake that someone's renting for my grandma. I mean, yeah, it was a good spot for a date. A good spot if you wanted to propose to someone. It was a good spot if you wanted to propose to someone. It was a good spot for a wedding. It was a good spot for a date. It was a beautiful kind of area, kind of like the dock was beautiful, but he broke up with me there. Pretty sad too, but yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you, I dated so many boys. Someone I've dated a few times over again just to try it out one time, and the guy I dated for 5 years I will never try it again. Even if he asks me out again, no, it's never gonna happen. So I hope you guys do not go into because the relationship I was in was kind of getting toxic. You may think it's not, but some of my friends think it was kind of getting a little toxic, and to my defense, it was kind of getting a little toxic too. And then now apparently he was telling people some other crappy stuff, more rumors about me, things like this, and I just can't stand it, dude. And then apparently there's a rumor going around at my old school that I like the guy, or that me and this one guy were like dating. We weren't dating, we were just best friends, good friends, and yeah. Because they thought one time we were dating. And the person that watches this, he is my best friend. He's a guy. It's not him, guys. And he watches, and he's going to know it's not him. Because he already knows the rumor that if he doesn't remember the rumor, I'll tell him again. But yeah, there's a rumor going around. He told me, oh, there's a rumor going around about us dating, things like this. I'm like, because one of my friends my best friend told him. And it was just a whole mess. And I'm like, great. I'm like, oh, who would know about this? My best friend's a guy, which wouldn't tell no one. And the guy that I was dating, that's my ex. Because I told him, and he said, I told him not to, I didn't really tell him not to tell anyone, but I was afraid he was going to tell someone, and he did. So, yeah, I think he did. I don't know if he did. I asked him if he did. He said he didn't, but I think he did. So, that's it, guys. Hope you guys like these small story times, and peace out.